My official M-Pesa names, as you stated, are Yusuf Noah. But now different people call me different names. Where I was born, people around me, family, they call me Toto. Because I'm the last one. Yes. And people I went to school with call me Yusuf, just short of Yusuf. And now, to the world and showbiz fraternity, I am Rafiga Heavyweight. Rafiga is Arabic for friend, Rafiki. So, I used to be with a rap group sometimes back in, since I started I was with a group, Nubians with Attitude. So I went solo in 2001 and I was looking for a name. I came up with so many names. At some point even I was calling myself Lebaseba. Lebaseba in Luganda means king. And I was looking for all these fancy names. But I sat down and, okay, me, I know I am friendly. You know, that's my nature. That's what describes me. Yeah? I'm very friendly with people, even people I meet for the first time. So I'm like, okay, Rafiga in Arabic means Rafiki. Let me just call myself what describes me. Yeah. I was born and raised in Kibra. Actually, I can say Kibra describes me. And even you can see even the empire is in Kibra. Yeah. So people, how do I put it? Like, I can just say Kibra is everything for me. Like if I have a CSR, anything to give back to the community, I still come back to Kibra. Yes.
Hey bro, umefika wapi?
Any settlement like this, it's not easy. Basically, we are not from uptown. And of course, I'm not from a rich family that we had it all, maybe whatever you want, mama ako hapa nakupatia, baba, no. Of course, it was a big struggle, and it's not easy to make it out of Kibra because, of course, you can look at the poverty level, you can look at the influence, and so many other things. But it does not mean people from Kibra cannot make it. There are people who have made it, and but you can count the number of people who have made it. But for me, what I can say I do differently is I create platform to the younger generation, at least from talent, not only talent, I deal in so many things. Every day, you can meet me at any part of Kibra. You can find me talking to the youth, at least, you know, sometimes, you cannot, of course, we have those who have gotten, who got involved in ukora, kuna wale wameingia into drugs and all that. How do you get them from there? You need to sit down with them. You need to understand from the first place what really made them to get there. So I can tell you I have a success story of a number of youth that I managed to get out of drugs, is ukora, and right now they are doing something with themselves. Yeah.
Assalamu alaikum. Kwes. Baba tal. Na fi interview ni share ma KTN. Ayo.
Kibra is just a world on its own. Of course, there was no exposure. There was no exposure. You know nothing much out of Kibra. Kila kitu chako kinaishia hapa Kibra. Yeah. And of course, the challenges is the usual. I could not get everything I wanted to get. Yeah. But we can just thank God, of course, our time, kidogo, things to do with education wasn't expensive. You know, going to a nursery school, maybe the most your parent could pay is 200 shillings. Unlike right now. think from the moment I knew who I am, that has always been my drive. I've always been focused. I did not know what I wanted to be, but I just believed like I want to be someone great. That's all I believed. Like I did not know specifically. At some point even I thought I would join KDF. Yeah, but I've always just believed like I will be someone great. I want to achieve greatness. And how does that come about? You just need to work hard, stay focused, and that's exactly what I was doing. I can tell you this entrepreneurship thing did not start yesterday. I remember at the age of 13, I started my own football league tournament actually. Ilikuwa inaitwa Malcolm X Cup. Malcolm X Cup, just within. And I used to be an influencer from Utotoni. Guys, I'm starting a tournament, as small as it was, but I made guys believe it was the biggest thing to happen ever. So, of course, registration, every team was registering, paying 300 shillings. I registered about 25 teams. You can imagine the value of 300 shillings per team back then. So the tournament kicked off. It lasted for almost a month. And I made my money. That was my first venture. Yeah.
Oh, hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah. Oh, hallelujah.
First of all, I started out as a dancer, not as a rapper. Yes. I remember it was at Park Place. When we went to Park Place, it was just jam session like any other. So there was a competition going on. Me and my cousins, guys were competing, dancing, singing. I'm like, these guys can do better than these guys. Ile tu kujichocha. The following week, we joined the competition, and we emerged second position. We won ile camera ya Kweka film. You remember? Eh? Yes. So we won that, and the following year, we enrolled for another competition at Florida. Got the best dance group in Nairobi. We won a radio cassette. And from there, that's where we like, you know what? Me and my other two cousins, the late Mahmoud Chandibi and Musa, who's now working in Dubai, we decided to form a rap group because we are also equally good in rapping. We called ourselves Nubians with Attitude. Yeah. So that's where we started. We did our first and 2 singles, and our manager back then was Hussein Mohammed of Extreme Sports. During my time, I cannot say we had an industry. Why will I say that? Because actually even airplay was a struggle. Actually it was news. A Kenyan musician rapping in Kiswahili releasing, that's news. It was news, and still not every media could embrace. So there was that struggle. Of course, the structures, getting shows, getting to sell your CD. Back then it was CD. So for me, I've never wanted to be part of any problems in my life. I've always wanted to be part of solution. So over time, as I was recording my music as a solo artist, I was thinking like, what can we do about this industry? Artists are complaining about studios. Studios are complaining about artists, managers. So it was more of just blame game and mudslinging. So I decided, you know what? I want to start a label. Pole Pole, I was doing my small time shows, 5,000 shows, 5,000 Kenyan shillings, 10,000, kila napata tu. And I used to save hapa na pale kidogo kidogo. Kipata you buy a microphone, kidogo you buy monitors, kidogo na buy computer. It took me 2 years to buy everything. It took me 2 years. And after that, that's when Grandpa was born in 2009. So by the time, you know me, I had to do research in the industry. I wanted to understand, why is this not working? Why has this failed? So that I don't want to do the same mistake. That's why I launched Grandpa with a bang. I remember when the time we launched, The same problem that people are crying right now, oh, there's a lot of Nigerian bongo music. Actually, the problem was much bigger then than now. But I studied the market, and Grandpa single-handedly, we wiped bongo and Niger from the airwaves. Yeah? And we did that not once, not twice. We did that till 2016. In 2017, that's when we took a break. It was quite challenging because in Kenya, most artists still don't understand the meaning of the word signing. In Kenya, the moment you sign an artist, tayari uko na deni yake. You're supposed to pay for his rent. You're supposed to shop for him clothes. You're supposed to take care of him and his women. So, basically, it's a misconception. There was a culture before there that the Kenyan music industry is more of a matatu industry, whereby we get a job today, you take your share, I take my share. Makanga na lipwa yake, kila siku per day, dereva na beba yake, hivyo. There's nothing like to do with salary or, you know. So I've been struggling to bring in professionalism. You find someone calling you Mugabe. I'm like, no, it needs to be professional, because you see, over the years, you find artists coming up, making big names for themselves, hitting the airwaves, but at end of his peak, he has nothing to show. How does that work? And it's because you try and talk to them, this thing doesn't work this way. We can put you on salary. We can help you invest. We can, my friend, your story refu hapendi kusikia. So unapata, they live under so much pressure because of the lifestyle they choose. So you try to streamline. It's been a struggle. Actually, I can say I manage that with a couple of artists who like are really focused and they still have something to show. Yeah. You get some of the challenges. First of all is getting an artist to understand the music industry in depth. What a Kenyan artist thinks about is, I want to record, I want to be played on radio, I want to perform, and I want to make money. But no planning of. See, like in any other business, always market research, because today you can be on top, but it's not guaranteed to, okay, tomorrow you can be on top, it's not guaranteed. I mean, today you can be on top, but it's not guaranteed tomorrow you'll be on top. Just like any other business, there's research always to find, you know, new products emerging in the market and all that. But for Kenyan artists, that is not a goes-on. Had different experiences with different artists, and all in all, I can say it was a great experience working with each and every artist I've ever worked with, because I learned something from each and different artist, and I can say it has made me who I am today. Yes, at least right now I don't find any difficulty dealing with anyone. Yes. In the past, I've worked with DNA, I've worked with Esther Wahome, I've worked with Waire, I've worked with Ray C, I've worked with Mr. Blue, I have worked with Jackie Chandiru, I've worked with Peter Miles, I've worked with, there are so many. For me, I can just say I've just made a comeback after I think, is it 18 months? And of course, it was more to strategize. But during my absence, I realized I was holding the industry. Because during the absence, that's where the dominance of Niger and Bongo came back. And I've studied something from them. It's just competition. It's a global industry now. I cannot really say Kenyan music industry, like there's a boundary, yeah? Because you cannot force people on what to listen to, yeah? But of course, I'm still of the opinion that local artists must be given more, yeah? More opportunity than a foreign artist. Right now we are back, and we've just opened our new office in Rwanda. And we are planning on putting up another office in Johannesburg. We have Miss Tony, a Kenyan UK-based artist. We have our new sensation, Naiweti, from Baringo, and a couple of new artists that we are signing. Yes. I came up with the Fimbo idea because I was looking at the new talents. Mostly it's so hard even for the media to give them an opportunity, no matter how good you are. Just to be, even for someone just to listen to what you've produced. Hata kama ni CD anaona ni jina gani unaitwa nani? Hiyo jina hajui. But a bigger artist, wow, there's something new from Waire. It will be given an opportunity. He'll give it his ears. But for new artists, it was a bit hard. So I came up with the Fimbo idea. And I was like, in every Fimbo, I will have at least 10 to 12 artists, but 70% new artists. 30% established artists. That's how Fimbo was born. And from that platform, you can see the artists like Pizzo Dizzo, Ngangalito, Shamir. They made it so big from Fimbo ya Pili. When you came to Fimbo ya Tatu, you get Chief Moses, Lil Slick, Rene, and so many artists who got the same platform. And at least they were able to get a good introduction. And right now, they are able to release their own songs. So during the absence, that was the time we had to release Fimbo ya Nne. We did not release Fimbo ya Nne, but now Fimbo ya Nne is ready. Hopefully in a month's time we'll have it out. Yeah, we are working on the video. Recently, I had Grandpa Super Cup, which was Operation Saka Talanta Mitaani. You see, just the same like music industry, the young footballers from the slums, ama vijijini, they don't get an opportunity. So it's something I've been working on for the last 3 years. Till 4 months ago, that's when it was confirmed. I invited the former football professional from Europe, from UK to be specific, says Home Lewis, who's now more into scouting. Yeah, so we got into partnership. I invited him to Kenya. He was here for 10 days. It was in Kibra, Baringo, and Kwale. So we managed to get 3 players that will go to Europe for trials. Yes, that is one of the ways I give back to the community. And I have another CSR program of visiting different children's homes once every month. That one I don't do it alone. I invite friends. We've worked with Paradise Children's Home, Drug Fighters, so many. Yeah, so I have different ways that I give back to the community and also to my Nubian community. I have a Nubian cultural event whereby we give back to the people who have excelled in education, in sports, and different other fields. Yeah, so there's so many ways, yeah, that I go about it. Any young man who's listening to me or who's watching right now, never, ever believe that you cannot go past a certain level in your life. Always believe in yourself. Always keep on trying. You can try once and fail. Don't stop from there. Try again. Because I can just tell you, like, even when we were starting out, there's some media houses who could not play our music, but we did not stop. Right now, they are looking for us. So, as a young man, I'll tell you, just stay focused. Don't agree or don't listen to someone who tells you hawezi toboa kwa hii maisha. No, 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 no.
This time kuna moto, we on fire. Oh Lord of mercy, 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 ni rene. Dawa ya moto ni moto. Kuna shida, love challenge, grandpa musically feeder. Wanajua pimbo ni ya tatu inapiga. The whole of them a say love child pan the case. Dawa ya moto ni moto.
Just give it a big no. Keep on trying. If you fail once, twice, even you can fail 90 times, the 91st time will be your big break. So don't give up. Stay focused. No situation is permanent.
No, my son.
Dawa ya moto ni moto. Dawa ya moto ni moto. Dawa ya moto tunasimo moto. Na dawa ya moto ni moto. Dawa ya moto ni moto. Dawa ya moto ni moto. Dawa ya moto tunasimo moto. Na dawa ya moto ni moto.
Now you see, there are some things you can't talk about because today I might say, me, I will never be a politician. I don't want to hear anything to do with politics. Yeah? But tomorrow I'll wake up, I'll find myself in a situation, no. The solution for this situation, it needs a political situation. Let me lead by example. So I might say no today, and I might wake up tomorrow and say no. I'll be vying for whichever seat. So for now, I've not said anything. A grandpa or a grandfather is, in an African setting, is someone very respected. So I came up with the name Grandpa as a record label. Of course, I wanted to grab the attention because everyone has a grandpa. You will relate to me in one or the other. And majority of the grandpas, what is their signature? There's no grandma, you find a grandma working with this. It's so hard. So this is a signature for all grandpas in the world. I am your chairman. I cannot say I've ever lost an artist. For me, there's always been two situations. This is the label that signs an artist. When your contract comes to an end, and maybe during that time, maybe it was a 2 years duration, we did not get much value from you as an artist, we normally don't renew the contract. And the other situation is, if you breach the contract, what normally happens is, you know, we just terminate your contract. Yes. So that has always been the only situation. There's no artist who can be signed and you just wake up tomorrow and you have left Grandpa. No way. Resources, we invested in you and all that. So there's no such stories that today there's an artist who left Grandpa. It's always your contract has come to an end, and as a record label, we did not feel like renewing, or breach of contract, and we terminate. It has to be these two situations. The figure is a husband, a father, a brother, an uncle, and a grandfather to many. Refiga is a typical African man. I go to the supermarket, I shop, I go to toy market, I buy tomatoes, onions, sukuma wiki, I go to Gikomba, I buy my jeans, my t-shirt. I park my car outside my office and I take a matatu to town. I'm just a very simple guy. Yes.